Welcome to the Sports Card Talk Show. Sports Card Talk Show with Kevin Anderson and Lauren Walker, the Skol Brothers.
Welcome to episode 47 of the Sports Card Talk Show. It's Friday night, so it must mean
Friday Night Lights, man.
There you go.
Our spotlight interview with
awesome
FootballCardOlly.
Nice.
This
should be a good one, man.
I don't know, dude. It's a Packer fan.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Should we get him on the line?
Yeah, let's call him up. Ring-a-ling ding dong.
All right, we got Football Card Olly on the line with us. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, awesome. Been enjoying. Sorry, Lauren, you were piping in to say hi.
I just give him the fingers.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, been enjoying your YouTube channel and your Instagram, and thought, man, we got to reach out to you and have you on. So thanks for joining us.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So
interesting.
So I noticed on your YouTube channel, you did some videos a while back, and then looks like you got away from them for a little while and started back up about a year ago. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, probably maybe like a year and a half ago, maybe.
Year and a half now? Yeah, I was going to say it's about that.
Yeah, when I first started, it was more or less just to kind of like get my personal collection kind of showcase on there. Just never really thought nothing of it, and I just kind of put it on there and shared it with some forums and stuff for trading and stuff like that. And then, I don't know, kind of got out of the hobby a little bit, kind of got back into it a few times now. But yeah, now I'm going crazy, I guess.
Yeah, I noticed. I think you said you were trying to open just about everything this year, huh?
That's my goal. Yeah, my goal this year was to open basically one box of everything from Panini-wise anyway.
Right.
Except for I have no real intentions of opening collegiate national treasures or collegiate flawless just because they're expensive and I'm not a huge college football fan. And
right.
Every other box I've opened so far this year except for Spectra. I need to get a box of Spectra yet, but
okay.
I've opened every other hobby box so far. So
nice. Yeah, I've been trying to catch up, but I think I had mentioned that I've started watching fairly recently. Maybe I don't know how long it's been, but you even said it'd be hard to go back and catch all of them, but I try to catch them. Yeah, it's awesome. Right. I love watching your stuff, and
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I never actually thought anybody would watch it. Actually, to be honest with you, I thought maybe 20, 30 people maybe check it out.
Yeah, aren't you at 1,800 or something like that?
Closing out on 1,900, I think.
Yeah.
1,880 or something, I think. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I never imagined. I guess. I mean.
Just doing something you liked and.
Yeah. I guess to me, I love cards and everything, but part of it's like a challenge for me too. Let's try and make this video better than the last one, or see if we can get more likes on this one, see if we can get more views, whatever. So to me, that's kind of the fun part too, is obviously interacting with people is awesome because I don't really have any friends that really collect cards.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But not hey buddy, look at this card. I don't care. So part of it for me is, you pull something cool, it's at least somebody else gets to see it too, and it's,
yeah. Yeah.
My girlfriend wouldn't care. She'd be like, "Oh, nice job, honey." But it doesn't really satisfy the showing it off aspect. If you pull something cool or whatever. So
right.
I guess that's part of it for me too. Is I like to share with everybody. I'm not really a camera person myself. This first time, like I said, really showing my face, I guess. So.
Well, I appreciate you doing that.
Camera a little bit, but
yeah, it's all
kind of cool.
It's all in fun, yeah, and we're having a great time doing this, and we've had a couple of people that this is the first time that they've done a face reveal, I guess, on YouTube. So it's been fun in that regard. And a lot of people comment that they're liking to see the people behind the videos, and so that's awesome.
Yeah, I thought about doing a face reveal too, but I'm I don't even know how to do it or what.
Sure.
As good as job as any, I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, like Kevin pointed out, your first videos were like 6-7 years ago. Were you collecting cards before that?
I started collecting cards in like 1994, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
I was like probably 12 or something like that, and I used to actually do like some card shows with some buddies. They had a kind of a local card show. It'd be like 3 of us get a table and just kind of sit out there and sell a few cards, buy a few cards, stuff like that. And then, so basically mid 90s to like late 90s I collected. And then I kind of got out of it for a while. I started back up in like 2005 again, quite a bit. And then it kind of dwindled down with like, house payments and stuff like that. It's like,
oh yeah.
Card fun went way down. And it kind of came down to, blaster box here and there, it used to be.
Yeah.
But, I'm a Packer fan. I'm a Dolphin fan, I guess, too, on the side. But so in 2005, they had like Aaron Rodgers and like Ronnie Brown. So I have a pretty good collection of those two guys.
Yeah, I seen some of yours, man.
Obviously, Rodgers panned out and Ronnie Brown was not so much, but
right.
He had a few good years, but
yeah.
So then I kind of collected for a few years after that, and kind of, like I said, kind of dwindled down, obviously, with the house payments and stuff. Kind of took a huge dip in the card fund, so.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, back in probably early 2018, I think I got back into collecting again, I guess. So like the later end of the 2017 class, I guess you could say. And
oh, sure.
So you've kind of hit through 3 different kind of levels in the card. Like in the 90s, it was just like junk wax kind of stuff. In the 2000s, you kind of seen the evolution of cards kind of change a little bit. And now they're, the production of cards now is just, the things that we complain about cards now, our minds would have been blown in the 90s,
Yeah, like the early 90s were kind of, like you said, pretty much worthless, and then late 90s, they kind of went to like the, short print rookies and stuff like that.
Right.
Like your Randy Mosses and stuff weren't in every box like they, sometimes now are, but.
Right.
But yeah, you kind of see, like you said, you see a little bit of everything, but the, worthless, and then worth a whole lot nowadays. Some of those cards are kind of crazy out there,
Oh, yeah.
What people spend on it, but.
So, with you opening, trying to open, all the products, is there one that you gravitate towards? Do you have a favorite one that you like to open?
I would say my favorites are either usually Select is usually really nice, and Optic. I kind of like more of like the color variations and stuff like that. Prism, you get all the different color options, so I like Prism a lot too. Yeah. So probably like Optic, Select, or Prism are pretty much my favorite ones, I guess, just because you can hit something. Some people just chase like the big autographs and stuff like that, but you can still hit some cool color of, top rookie or something like that. It still holds good value or whatever too, so you're not just banking on, your 2 autographs or
right.
They're good or that box is terrible, kind of, what I mean? So
yeah,
I open a lot of Select. I open Optic and Prism.
Do you like that kind of stock of card too, the kind of chrome card?
I always say that a lot of times on my channel too. I say I kind of gravitate towards the shiny stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know why, but it's to me like cool shine or cool, refractor or something like that. Was just kind of, I guess, my favorite. I guess.
Yeah. I made that connection with all 3 of those. They got that chrome kind of, back in the day. I really miss Topps Chrome. I really like Topps Chrome.
Yeah, same here. That was definitely my favorite. Like I said, even when I stopped kind of collecting, I would always, you run through Target, be like, oh, Topps Chrome Blaster. Yep, I'll buy one, and
right.
That's what I did too, because I love Topps Chrome too. I wish that's kind of why Optic's probably one of my favorites. Is kind of similar. I mean,
Optic and Prism and Select. I like Select a lot too.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice what would you call that? Like, is that called 15 point? 115 point? I can't remember, but it's your base kind of card stock. It's not the thicker stock cards or anything like that. Those irritate me because they don't always fit. You have to like go buy special top loaders for certain cards,
Right.
You get a thick card and you're like, oh man, my thick top loaders aren't thick enough for this, or they're too thick, or
Right.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I just pulled that's gonna be an upcoming video, but I pulled a huge. I was one of the, she just recorded it this morning. I don't know, like a little panini pack from it's a playoff thing, and like the card is huge. Like I don't even know what size it would be, but.
Oh man! So when is when is your video coming out? Because this won't come out until next Friday. So if it's coming out before then, if you wanted to show it, your video will have already dropped. Hint, hint.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it'll probably be out this week, but.
Oh my goodness. That's fat, man.
Did it even make?
I guess I'll show it because you guys will probably, like I said, I'll probably release it this week sometime, but.
Oh man!
Oh nice!
Oh nice!
So yeah, and one of those little, it's a Saquon Barkley out of 10.
Yeah.
Kind of has like a kind of a galactic kind of like, not really cracked ice, but kind of like, I don't know if it picks it up or not, but
yeah, it picked it up. Yeah, I'm like, it's not quite cracked ice, but yeah, it has that shine to it.
I don't know if it's gonna show up or not, but that's like a normal base card, and that's all.
Yeah, it's totally showing up.
It's hard to tell, like.
Yeah, when you did it that way, you can definitely see.
That's almost like saved for like cleats or some kind of those kind of thick cards. The few that I've seen are.
Yeah, that's like, I have no idea what point that is, but the thing is just.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huge. I don't know. Try and find a top loader, one touch or something. That's gonna be kind of crazy because I have no idea. They make those little thickness finders or whatever, but I don't know. I don't have one, but.
Oh yeah.
I just kind of wing it. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
That
is.
Probably dropped already then, yeah, but.
And what did you get that in?
I just opened this today. I opened, they come in, if you bought the, trying to find it here, I got junk everywhere, but a box of playoff here.
Oh, and yeah, you got the two,
Yeah, so it was like an online order, or only Panini, and then they included, like 2 packs for each box you bought.
Yeah.
And that was a huge one, so I basically made a video of the regular playoff box, and then I had some promotional packs, the player of the day packs, and then a couple of those I just made a video kind of separate. And that's pretty cool. There's actually 4 hits. I opened 6 of the extra packs, and there was 4 hits in them, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So that's a pretty big hit there. Is there a one that you would top it with on some of your other videos, or is that going to be as far as a pull from a pack you open personally?
I actually have it right here, but this is my that's my best hit I ever pulled right there.
Rookie cap. Oh, 101? 1 of 3. 1 of 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
That's still
Yeah.
I like I don't know. I'm starting to be known as the eBay 101 guy. So I like eBay 101s.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I mean,
yeah.
They find something you can market it as, right? I guess, but
right.
Yeah,
I don't market it. I like owning them. Yeah, I like cards that start with the number 1 or a jersey number. Not as big a fan as the last number, but no, the 1 on that card is looks nice to me.
Right.
The card looks nice, period, but the 1 even makes it better to me. Well, you pulled that. You pulled that, huh?
Yeah, that was 2018 encased football. That was like they have like the 1 encased card per box.
Oh, yep.
So that was the encased card. It was a redemption, but it actually came in.
What was the grade on it then too?
9.
9, yeah.
Okay, 9.
Yeah. They don't do the subgrades in this one for whatever reason, but the Beckett 9 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that you know that card got sent straight from Panini to Beckett, and then you'll see some of those encased cards be graded as low as 8s. You know, it's just crazy that a card straight from the factory gets that low of a grade.
Yeah, I've seen some lower ones, so I guess 9 isn't too bad.
No, 9 is a good grade.
Especially on the thicker cards, they seem to struggle pretty bad.
Oh.
Yeah, thick cards are tough.
Even like that Saquon I just showed you too. I mean, the corners are pretty bad actually. But I got a buddy I'm just gonna send it to probably anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
He won't care. It's
no, yeah. Darn. I guess I'll let you know.
Right?
Yeah. I suppose if you really want to send it, I'm sure he's thinking. Right.
Yeah, I showed him already. I was like, I can't wait for you to see the video. Here's a card I pulled for you. And he's like, holy crap, that's nice. So,
yeah, for sure.
that's always cool, though, pulling something cool or getting some unexpected, stuff like that. It's kind of cool, too. So
Right. So you said Packers is your main team. And I'm just going back to the Dolphins. Where does the Dolphins come into play? Like, how did you pick that as your...
Yeah, when I was little, I'm like a huge Dan Marino fan.
Okay.
And that's basically kind of why I like the Dolphins, mostly because of him. But when I was little, I was just kind of amazed by him, I guess, like, kind of one of those guys, like nowadays you have like Tom Brady, stuff like that, where it's like, oh, they could be losing in fourth quarter, but, there's still a chance because you have Marino or you got, like, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, some of those guys that, just game's not over yet, even though you kind of think it might be or something. But, yeah, when I was younger, I just liked watching him, He's kind of like the passing quarterback before passing quarterbacks were kind of cool,
Yeah.
But,
yeah, he was doing it when the rule book was a little different too. So, man, imagine the numbers today in today's NFL.
Right.
Whew.
Yeah, it would be awesome to see like Dan Marino be able to play in the NFL today and just see what he would be able to accomplish.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know. Like I said, the different eras and the different rule books and the different speed and everything. Obviously now it seems like every guy's faster, stronger nowadays too, so it's kind of...
That's true too, yeah.
So were you born and raised a Packer fan, or?
I don't know. I was born in Upper Michigan, actually, but I moved to Green Bay when I was like 7, so...
Oh, okay.
So sort of born and raised, I guess, kind of obviously the local team not too far from here, so... Right. And I grew up, I guess... Like I said, I kind of grew up liking like Dan Marino and stuff like that. So that's kind of my. But then recently, but for the longest time, I've been watching the Packers, I guess, So.
Yeah. Do you do any PCing of Marino too? I mean, I know I've seen your Rodgers, but.
I do. I don't go too crazy just because most of his stuff's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But I get if I ever pull any Marinos, I'm pretty happy. If I don't really go out and like buy them. Like I said, I did pick up I don't know where it is right now, but like a game used jersey autograph from Marino because I always wanted one, but
sure,
it was pretty expensive. So finally, I think last year, I went and bought one finally.
Oh, okay.
Off eBay, but I have quite a few game used jersey cards and stuff like that of them, but mostly like lower end stuff. Like I said, just because it's kind of.
They kind of fall into your lap. You're good with it, kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have to necessarily go searching them out. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Kind of those things, yeah, more or less. If I find a good deal on one or something like that, or back in the day, I used to trade for them and stuff like that. But I haven't really. I usually don't go and buy mini cards though. It's more or less like I usually just rip whatever I get.
Oh, okay, sure.
So we mentioned that your original face reveal was with the Chris G 613, and that was that was taken at the Nationals, right?
Yeah.
So how was that going to the Nationals?
That was quite awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend that to anybody that's never been there. I went back in I want to say 2006. It was the first time I ever went to one, and that was the last time I went to one except for last year. Because Chicago's it's like a 3-3.5 hour drive. So.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
Not too bad. Like next year I probably won't go because it's in New Jersey, I think.
Yeah.
So that's like I already looked. It's like a 16-hour drive, I think. So.
Oh man, we're in the same boat. We're up in northern Minnesota up here, and we'll have to wait till it's back in the Midwest again.
Yeah, we talked when we started doing the show a few months ago. We're like, our goal is to make it to Nationals this year, and then we saw it was in Atlantic City, and we're like, next year, because Atlantic City, that's a plane trip, man. And
I know. I haven't been on a plane in like 20 years. I don't think I will be either for a while. So. Right.
I did a plane trip about 10 years ago, and What freaked me out the most was making sure that I knew how to get around the airports because I had a couple connecting flights. And you're just like, where do I got to go when you land? Like I landed in Philly, and Philly I felt like was a city the Philadelphia airport felt like a city all on its own. I mean, it was humongous. And I was connecting from a plane from Minneapolis to Philly, which is a pretty big plane. And the plane I was jumping on was like a little tiny, 20 passenger plane, which was like, I think I had to walk like 2 miles to get to the plane in that airport. It was just humongous.
That's pretty crazy.
Do you? I'm sorry. What's that?
I say you can get lost. I went to like, I think Atlanta. I think I had
oh man,
connecting flight too, and that thing was huge too. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I've heard Atlanta's airport's pretty humongous.
Yeah, it's been a while, like I said, but.
So in looking, it looks like, are you exclusively football? Or do you open anything else?
Mostly football, yeah.
Yeah.
I bought I'll have a couple of videos, I think, eventually, but I opened a box of, like, Select basketball last year, mostly because I like Select, and
yeah, right.
we had some pretty good rookies and stuff like that, but I don't really follow enough to really get into, basketball and baseball and stuff like that, so
sure.
I don't do a whole lot, but usually
kind of a casual fan of those sports.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of I followed the Bucks a little bit and the Brewers a little bit, but like to really know my way around, like I tried doing a couple of videos, and to me, it's like I don't really know what I'm talking about because it's like,
yeah, that's how I'd feel.
Right.
I talk about baseball, I'd be like, well, not sure, or
right.
it's
like I know the game and everything, but like, who's good and who's not good, and I don't really know it enough. And baseball's different too because it's like.
If you follow the local teams, Giannis is good and right. Yelich is good.
Right.
Yeah, they're both having. Yeah, that's about my extent though. I don't even have like cable or nothing. I don't really watch TV a whole lot, so like I don't really get any of the Brewer games really or Bucks games. They don't really have them on regular TV around here, so
right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of weird. I don't really get to watch them enough to really know, that much about it. I guess so. It's kind of. They always have the Packer games on. They always have football games on. So.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm free on weekends. That's what I usually do is watch football.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
But yeah.
Do you? I know YouTube and Instagram. Obviously, are you do any other social media or anything else that you?
No, just those two.
Yeah.
I don't really. It was kind of a stretch to go on Instagram even because a couple of other YouTube people were like, "Oh, you should go on there. You can, whatever." And I'm like, I don't know. Finally, I decided to do it after probably, I don't even know, maybe like a year or so of being on YouTube. And I don't know, something different, I guess. I'm not really too, I don't even go on like Facebook or nothing like that. I don't really do a whole lot of stuff like that. So I just go on Instagram looking at cards, and I post some cards every once in a while, not a ton, but.
Yeah. Lauren likes to say that Instagram's the display case for the cards, that's,
Right.
So it's fun to check out what other people have and collect and to connect, that's fun.
Right.
Like you were saying earlier in your video, the reason why you even got on YouTube was to show off some of your Aaron Rodgers cards. And that Instagram, me and Kevin jumped on it both separately a couple years ago. We were just showing off our cards. And then we both kind of fizzled out on it. And then we decided to do the show. But that was the main reason I even jumped on Instagram. Is like, someone asked me, they're like, I get the whole card collecting thing, but you guys keep them in boxes hidden away. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I like my cards and I want to show them off, but where am I going to show them off in my house, So, yeah, it was just fun to just snap pictures of my cards and show them off and get a bunch of thumbs ups,
Right.
It's always fun to see those thumbs ups,
Right. Yeah, it's always nice when you can get to show something off, and that's why I like looking on. I look on there all the time too, just to see what other people are pulling or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just mind blowing what other people like. You think you got a nice collection, and you see what some of those other people on Instagram are posting, and You're like going, holy cow. But I still like to look at, like, me and Kev, we grew up in the late 80s. That's when we both got into collecting. And I see, like, junk wax cards. And I'm giving the thumbs up on those, too. Because, you know, it hits that kid button in me, you know?
Right. I hear you. I had a bunch of old baseball cards, like, from my dad, pretty much, too. Like, most of it's, like, junk era, but some of it's, like, really old stuff, but... So, I don't know. He kind of started... I don't know if he started me in collecting, but it's kind of two different eras. He stopped, and I started way after he did, but...
Sure.
But, obviously, must run in the family a little bit if he likes to...
Yeah.
Got a whole back room full of, like, old baseball cards and stuff, so...
That's awesome.
Kind of cool, yeah.
Yep. So, what, I guess I don't follow close enough, but what comes out next that's going to be the big open for football? Do you know what's coming up next?
You know, actually, I haven't even looked lately.
Oh, okay.
The last time they pushed back, I think Immaculate used to open. They pushed back that for a while.
Yeah.
But I think, like, I know, like, Obsidian's coming out.
Oh, okay.
Soon, a couple of weeks maybe, but I'm not even sure what.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at there's a release calendar on like Cardboard Connection. I don't know if you ever looked at that, but
oh, okay. Cardboard Connection. I'm gonna write that down.
They have like a set checklist and stuff like that too. So if you're ever looking for something,
you know what? Are they gonna put Panini 1 out again? I really like Panini 1.
I believe that's on the list too. They have like a full, usually within like a couple months in advance. Even they'll kind of have like a sometimes a tentative date, and sometimes it'll be like, you know, a date, and then sometimes they push it back. Like Immaculate, I think it was supposed to come out like a week or two ago, actually, I believe, and then kind of got pushed back. But
okay.
But yeah, I think Obsidian, I think Panini 1 are both coming out. I want to say fairly soon, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll have to check out that Cardboard Connection.
You know, so you're a Packers fan, and I'm a Vikings fan, so I can't stand the Packers, but I really can't wait till... I really like Kumaro. I wish they'd put out a card of him. The two linebackers you guys picked up this offseason, too, are absolutely amazing. Preston and... Is it Za'Darius? Is that how you pronounce it?
So, both Smiths.
Yeah, those guys are definitely were great additions to the team.
Yeah, I was pretty excited when they picked up the safety from Chicago too. Can't think of his name right now. I'm on the spot, but
yeah, me neither.
I was pretty, at least because normally our offense is pretty good.
Yep.
Usually when you have Rodgers, it's like, okay, we can at least score some points. Usually, you know.
Yeah.
But our defense was always pretty lackluster, I guess, you know, and like, and they picked up quite a few guys, like you said, both Smiths, and then that guy from Amos from Chicago.
Is that who you guys got? Was Amos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have HaHa now, right?
Yeah, he went from the Redskins back
yeah.
to the Redskins. The Bears, kind of weird. But
yeah, they picked him up via the Redskins, but yeah, you guys you basically swapped safeties from the beginning of last year.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, those two Smiths guys, both amazing additions, and I hate it that you guys have them both.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm hopeful. Obviously, we're all hopeful. You know, Vikings are doing good. Cook looks good. You know, so it's nice to see him. You know.
Yeah. It's been 2 years in the making, and it's awesome to see him healthy. But, you know, it's funny because, like, Aaron Jones blows up one game, and then Jamal Williams has a good game. So you guys have you guys got a good running back core there in Green Bay, too.
Right. Yeah, it's funny because they don't really it's like we have good running backs, and sometimes they don't even run the ball, you know. But
right.
Yeah, you guys have, Alan Lazard's been getting some play for you, and our guy, Vikings 95, went to college at Iowa State, so we're pretty happy that he's making some plays for you guys too.
Right. Yeah, it's nice to see some of these younger guys actually step up a little bit. You know, like I said, I mean, we used to always have like really good receivers, and this year it's kind of like, well, we don't really have. I mean, we had Devontae, but then some of the other guys are kind of like not really all known, you know.
Yeah, so, and like people were expecting MVS and Allison to step up and be that second receiver, but. It seems like it's been a combination of Lazard, and I feel like Kumaro is just out there making just like really good blocks on running plays most of the time. He looks like he should be a tight end, actually.
Yeah, I like Kumaro too. I don't know if he has any cards besides. I think he has a Contenders auto, but I don't know if he has any other cards really besides that.
Does he really have a Contenders auto?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to look for that because I actually like him a lot. I know I was looking at him last year, and it was like some like Green Bay Packer collector's book or something. You could get some oddball card of him. And I was like, and I was thinking of, but they wanted like $20-$30 for it. And like, I ain't spending that much money on a Packer card.
Yeah, right. People start asking questions.
Yeah,
right.
Why are you buying Packer stuff? Right?
I like those little guys. I mean, isn't he from a small town college up here in the north?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just like stories like that, and I liked him. And he's got the long hair, and
Right.
he looks like he looks like one of. He gives the 2 thumbs up from me for guys that I gravitate towards.
Yeah, I always like the whole long shot stories too. Like
Yeah.
some of the guys that didn't really get drafted and stuff like that do really well. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
There's a lot of the top guys just seem to fizzle out. So sometimes it's cool to see like I said, like the Alan Lazard type of guys or Kumaro or whatever type kind of guys. So.
Or Adam Thielen kind of guys.
Right. He was 7th round too, or was he undrafted?
He was undrafted. He was
Undrafted.
He was showed up for rookie tryouts, or he just showed up for tryouts and passed through them and played on the practice squad for a couple of, he didn't just burst on the scene a couple of, he had to grind to get on the roster and stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah, Adam Thielen's got a cool story. So guys like Alan Lazard and Kumaro are
Right.
always, they're fun guys to root for,
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That was always fun when you get to try, stuff isn't handed to you, you got to kind of work for it, which is cool,
That is cool, yeah.
Some guys would probably give up, and you just, like I said, showed up, kept grinding, and probably one of the better receivers in the league right now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
When did we play you week 16, I think.
Is it? I didn't even look.
Yeah.
I was at the opening game, but
Well, hopefully, this one will be in the Metrodome, or not the Metrodome, but
Wow.
US Bank Stadium, and hopefully Kirk Cousins ain't gonna try to throw a Hail Mary from the 8-yard line again.
Oh, man.
Oh, we should have been pounding that. We should have been Delvin cooking it all the way into the end zone on that throw.
Oh,
I
man.
think a lot of the seems like our running defense isn't really all that great. They had some good games, but then I don't know. Like I said, we played the Cowboys. I'm like, if they would have handed to Zeke every other down, they probably would have crushed us. I think because he was just
Yeah.
beast. The cook probably too. I think he's been giving him the ball. It's gonna be a long day for the Packers too, for sure.
Right. It'll be interesting.
Best
see
way to
for sure.
neutralize those Smith boys is to run at them, because
Right.
if you give them a chance to rush the passer, they're racking up the sacks left and right. It seems like every time I'm watching the Packers, it's Preston Smith and Za'Darius sacking the quarterback. It seems like they each of them get a sack at least every game. It seems like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically a good addition for sure. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, I think we kept you pretty long here. So hopefully that's okay with you. It's been a blast talking to you.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah. It's been fun.
And obviously, if there probably already are, but if you're not, go follow Football Card Olly and sub to his channel. Great content, great guy. And we're looking forward to everything you put out, man. We can't wait to see what you open. We're looking forward to all of it.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right.
Appreciate you got that on. It's been fun.
Yeah. And we'll be talking to you real soon again, all right?
I already look forward to seeing this on YouTube then.
All right.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
Thanks, man.
Talk to you later.
All right, take care.
Skol Brothers out.